Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a funky couple in love that loves reacting to some Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes, this funky couple does.
And so, you're like,
I got you.
You did. So we're checking out episode number 14 today, which if you watch it on Netflix, it's part 2, episode 1. And yeah, if you want our full reactions to this, you can check that out over on Patreon. Links in the description of this video. We also get a playlist in the description of this video for all of our reactions as well. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay. You ready, Bucky?
He's like, yeah, guys, let's start it.
I thought there would be a new intro. I thought maybe that's how they like divvied up the parts on Netflix, but nope. I don't know how they divvied up these parts. Yeah, see what his dad was after as well.
Yeah.
A lot of questions still to go. Oh, we even get to talk about this dude.
Oh, yeah.
And
True.
just like frying someone's brain.
Making it explode.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's an animated dog.
It's a weird look.
Yeah.
Everyone's whispering behind his back. Goofy smiles on their faces.
I'm terribly sorry, but your transfer was poorly timed. His Excellency the Führer is away.
Where is he?
Conducting
not
the
here.
inspection at Southern HQ.
He's in the south?
What's going on there?
Something doesn't smell right to me.
You know what it feels like to me? Old times.
What an interesting discovery for such a routine inspection.
Huh. Better start running, Greed.
A housewife and a hot-headed brat. What a team. I'll just be on my way now.
You coward!
How pathetic. You okay now?
What Al? Ugh.
Greed!
Ah, Martel, I'm glad to see that you're safe.
No one else has made it back yet.
Things have gotten a little out of hand, so we need to figure a way out of here.
I can't let you do that.
Ooh, nice.
Just what do you want, old man?
Why is he here? King Bradley?
King?
What's the most powerful man in the land doing down here?
Not that you'd know, but growing old isn't easy. This year marks my 60th birthday, so I'd like to finish this job as quickly as possible and return home.
I've got an idea. Retire.
Retire. Oh, you should have done it to your whole body, dude.
Well, look at this. The old man's got some moves.
Ooh.
Got more than a few moves.
Yeah, he's getting a piece of you all over the place.
Yep. Ooh. Go Armstrong.
You have just had the rare pleasure of witnessing the famous Armstrong statuary technique. I guess my ordinary methods aren't gonna work.
Ooh. Cool.
Now that's certainly peculiar.
Yes, it is.
Whoa.
Now eliminate every last one of these freaks. Those are the Führer's direct orders.
Get rid of all the evidence. Oof.
You are most commendable at...
Do the same but you.
The last time I saw you in action was the Ishmalan Civil War. A former ally, eh? Surrender.
Major!
Oh. Did Armstrong know the orders were to kill everyone?
Oh.
I understand why you think you have an advantage over a man like me, since I possess neither your impenetrable ultimate shield nor an ultimate spear that can pierce any substance. But I'll tell you a secret.
Oh.
I may not have the protection of your ultimate shield, but I clearly see your weakness with my ultimate eye.
He's homunculus.
Now then, Greed, how many times am I going to have to kill you before you stay dead?
Which sin is he?
Pride or wrath, maybe?
Ooh, wrath. Ugh.
No, Greed! Quiet! Let me out!
That makes 15 times you've died now. How many lives have you got left?
Guess we're about to find out.
I kind of wish we'd died back there. There's still plenty of time to tuck your tail and run away.
Do us a favor, kid, and get her out of here.
Protect her.
Don't Shadow! Quit trying to stop me! Let me out! I can't! I don't have time to argue now! Open up! They need my help, damn it!
You'll just die.
You're not gonna make me sick!
Ooh.
Don't Shadow, no!
Ooh, cool visual.
I'm begging you! I'm sorry. I can't.
Whoa,
Whoa, that was a little excessive. Killing me is one thing, but they're not coming back.
Pitying the lost lives of your pawns?
Cold-blooded.
Those weren't my friends, Bradley. They were my possessions. Money, women, henchmen, they're all possessions. So killing my henchmen is the same as stealing from me. And I don't let people take what's mine.
You grow more pathetic by the second. Now you stay put. I'll be right back.
How many different sources do you have? Damn.
Not so fast. Aren't you the younger brother of Edward Elric? Can I help you at all?
No, I'm fine. Thanks, but I'm alright.
Don't.
Martel! Don't do this! Bradley!
And stabbing you through. Yeah. Just dumb. Poor Al.
Wait, does that mess up his thing though?
No, but oh, he's flashback. He's gonna start remember what happened to him. The truth. What the hell's going on?
Say something! Ow!
Brother, you're covered in blood.
We thought it best to open you and remove her before you awoke.
I couldn't save her.
You can't blame yourself, Al. Come on, let's go home, okay?
I don't know. He's gonna be like super cheerful, dude.
Hold it, you two. There are a few questions I need to ask both of you before you could leave. Have either of you had any previous dealings with a man who referred to himself as Greed?
Of course not.
Did you happen to trade any manner of information with him?
None at all.
Say no. Yes, good.
Let me be more specific. If you arranged a deal or shared any knowledge with him, then I'll execute both of you right now.
Holy shit.
Whoa, what?
Okay.
You share any knowledge that might affect the military.
Why would they say yes?
Can we go now?
I am curious about your steel arm and leg and your brother's armor body. Is there any connection between the two? You really are an honest kid. All right, men, pull out. And you make sure to take good care of your younger brother, Edward.
I appreciate everything you've done for the Elric brothers.
Oh, no, it's nothing at all. It's simply one of the many duties of the military to protect our state alchemists. I'm sure you could use a little extra protection.
You mean as a state alchemist?
Why, yes, exactly.
You're asking a bedridden housewife to join the military? You can't be serious. Is the country really in so much trouble that you'd need the help of someone like me?
You're awesome. What are you talking about?
Well, I will be back. I'll keep my fingers crossed that when I do return, perhaps you'll have had a change of heart.
And if not, I'll kill you.
Greed had an Ouroboros tattoo. Remember the guys I told you and Colonel Hughes about?
Colonel Hughes, I
He doesn't know.
do not do anything rash.
Sure.
Well then, good night.
Brother, they're back. All the memories of when my body was taken away, I remember.
What'd you see?
Crazy shit.
Well, it was definitely weird.
Yep.
But unfortunately, I didn't find out anything about how to get our bodies back. So I guess we haven't made any progress.
No, it's not entirely true. You remember what the Fuhrer told us back in Central?
And it all had something to do with the Philosopher's Stone and those Ouroboros guys.
Greed was obviously connected to them somehow. But if so, why'd the Fuhrer slaughter everyone? If he was trying to figure out what they're up to, why didn't he catch them and make them talk?
Already knew.
It also seems a little weird that the Fuhrer himself would lead an attack against such a small group.
No matter how you look at it, none of this adds up. We've been warned, but we need to get closer.
Trust your gut. And trust no one but each other.
Welcome back, Führer. How was your inspection of the cell?
He is in charge of them.
To say the least, it was a very productive visit. It seems both Fullmetal's younger brother and their teacher are worthy candidates for human sacrifice. Oh, and one other thing.
Talk about a blast from the past. It's been a century since I've seen that face. Rise and shine, Greed. You can't sleep all day.
The gang's all here.
Looks like your ultimate shield let you down after all.
Maybe, but you never do, Lust the Lascivious. Feel free to pierce me with your ultimate spear anytime you want. Gluttony the voracious. Still haven't found the right diet for you yet, huh? And little envy the jealous. Please, for the last time, get a new outfit. And where is Sloth the indolent these days?
I'm sure he'd love to be here slacking off, but we have to keep him working.
Cool.
Who's the new addition?
I am Wrath the Furious.
You're right.
Führer, King Bradley, and Wrath, one and the same.
But the truth is that he was created by Father for the final stage of the plan.
Okay, but who's the father then?
You change your mind or something?
Shut your worthless trap, ugly. Uh-oh, that's a scary face. Go on and let it out. Why don't you show us what you really look like?
You scum!
Stop your nonsense, both of you. It's time you resolve this sibling rivalry. Your father does not wish to see such ugly behavior.
Hey, Pops, long time. I know it's been 100 years and all, but you sure do look decrepit.
Greed. You are both my son and you are a piece of my soul. So why would you betray your loving father?
I mean, you know the answer to that better than anyone, Dad. You were the one that made me this way after all. I'm just being myself. I simply had larger ambitions than spending my life working for you.
And if I were to ask you to return and work for me again?
Never.
As you wish.
Looks like God. Okay, you can go to hell. Ooh.
Talk about cheesy.
They can't kill Greed already.
Why don't you come on in, kids? The water's fine. Nice and hot, just like the flames in hell. I'll send you a postcard, let you know what they're like. And when the rest of you get there, I'll be waiting for you!
Shit.
Return, Greed!
If that's what you want, Dad! Just don't blame me when I give you a stomachache! You did it to yourself!
So he's gonna make Greed new.
I propose a toast, my children. I shall drink to the promised day and to your undying loyalty.
Weird.
Yeah.
Welcome home, Father. I'm so glad you're back.
And it's good to be back, Salim.
So Homunculus is gonna have kids.
I do wish you would act your age, darling. Why couldn't you just retire and try to enjoy some peace and quiet for a change?
Hey, now I'm not quite that old yet. Oh, Salim, you'll never guess who I ran into down south. The Fullmetal Alchemist.
You saw the little alchemist?
The little one.
At least he knows that it's the little one.
Well, he is the youngest state alchemist ever, right? That's so cool. I mean, he's not much older than me. And if he can learn alchemy at his age, then maybe I can too.
Why would you want to learn something like that?
So I can get my state license, of course. And then I could help Father.
You never know, Salim. Maybe you will help me out someday.
Oh, as a human sacrifice. Damn. Okay, so a lot of reveals here. One, the reveal that Bradley, the Führer, is a homunculus. And then also he is, in fact, working with the other sins because he is a sin himself.
He is Wrath.
Yeah, you called it. You called it
Wrath the Furious.
I mean, like, you know, the way he was, like, in the opening sequence, the way they shot him and everything like that, I was like, and he was kind of, we had some inclinations that he was not as good as we thought. And like when, oh my God, I just blanked on his name, the guy that died.
Hughes.
When Hughes died and you said like, oh, you don't want to make a call from the inside because he doesn't trust it. He must have stumbled upon the fact that Bradley isn't human.
Yeah, that's got to be what he discovered because that everything lines up then with his behavior, with the fact that he had to die. Just to think like, if he'd only been able to get to somebody.
Yeah. To the guy's name is Mustang, right? Yeah.
Roy Mustang.
Could have gotten to him and let him know what was going on. And so he's also said that Ed's going to be used for human sacrifice.
Yeah. As is his teacher.
Yeah, so that's why they want to keep him. I knew it was something like why does he want the teacher for some reason? Like the way he again, the ominous music and everything like that and the way it was shot, I'm like, okay, whether she agrees to or not, she's helping him out one way or another.
But I mean, I do love that like she didn't she's so smart, but like did a great job playing along with the whole like, you don't want a housewife. How could the state be that desperate? You know?
Yep.
And then like we see, oh no, she wasn't just playing a role or like being self-deprecating. Like she knew he was about something and she played her part beautifully.
Yeah. Now, it wouldn't make sense. I mean, maybe it would, but like, because we don't know all of his history, but I'm just thinking about Ed's dad. I just like the shot of the father of the sins, who like, again, was it kind of like dressed like God and like, you know,
on like the throne.
Yeah. The lighting and everything like that. I just got the vibe that was him. Now he would have to be alive for hundreds of years because that's how long the sins have been alive. But you know, maybe he was. We don't know what age he was when he met their mom and whatnot. I'm sure, like, you know, if you can do all this kind of alchemy, I'm sure probably has a potion to make himself a little bit younger or whatever. And then, because he was like in a quest for something. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm just saying that like that's just a vibe I got.
No, I love that idea because also if he maybe like doesn't age or ages so much slower that he can live for hundreds of years, he could never have stayed with them for very long.
Nope.
Like at some point, people have to age, and if they don't age,
questions
people are going to notice.
Yeah.
So that could explain why, like, you know, he broke whatever code he had and fell in love, or maybe he was supposed to procreate. I don't know, but whatever the case may be, he was never going to be able to stay there and be a family man to raise a child for 20 years. So he stuck around for a few and then realized I got to move on, and that's what he did. That makes sense. And then father suddenly that name has multiple meanings.
Yep. And Ed's asking the right questions. Why would they kill everyone? Why wouldn't they ask them questions and want to know about it? You don't ask questions from somebody like that you already know the answer to. And you kill them because you want to silence them.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Ed in this because like you do have to remind yourself they're just a 14 and 15-year-old kid as we go through this. So Al always feels very young.
Yeah, he feels like he's 8.
Like it's easy to remember that he's a kid.
Yeah.
But Ed always, like, I would think Ed is being like twice as old as Al. And so like this reminder of Al always being young, but then Ed going and being like, all of a sudden he's Sherlock Holmes. And why was he asking those questions? It makes you think they're older than they are. And then you remember he's 15 years old. Like, that's super impressive. He's asking the right questions.
Yeah. I like Armstrong's move where he just like turns something into like a little like statue of himself.
Yes. Like a power lifter kind of statue.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fantastic. I enjoy that character a lot. I wasn't sure at first if I was going to wind up like really liking him or if he was doing like too much of a shtick and kind of too gimmicky, but they use him just the right amount that it's very enjoyable.
Yep. So the only thing we don't know about is Pride.
Yeah.
Because we saw a picture of Sloth.
Who's terrifying.
Yeah.
And where is he? Because they said like, we have to keep him working.
Yep. I don't know what he's doing.
What is his work and where? Because it almost looked like he was in like a spooky haunted house kind of forest vibe. Was like, I don't know, the feeling I got of his location.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason out there, he was like mining somewhere. Like for like, I don't know, think of like Final Fantasy, like ether or like crystals or like something like, I don't know, magical or something was the vibe that I got. But I didn't know for sure like where he was. Gotta be horrifying for Al though. And I wonder if there's gonna be any sort of like PTSD from that, just having a woman like, just get killed inside of you.
I think so.
Like blood getting spurted all over you. Like that would just,
Not to mention that his memory is being triggered too.
By that, yeah. Like
he said he remembered everything, but it didn't feel like we saw everything. So I don't know if he truly remembers it all or if it's just sort of like, oh, I think I remember everything. And then like as we go further, we'll find out more and more that no, there are actually even more pieces to it that he's unaware of still.
Well, and it looked like he became that little thing, like that monster that we thought was the mom, like coming out after Ed.
Yep.
During the ceremony.
Yeah. Which like, if that is the case, what happened to his body to make it go into that? Like to go from the body of a child to that like creature, which was then killed. And then his body, so like then he's an anchorless spirit until Ed does the thing. There's still a lot of questions about that day and what happened. Even though we've seen quite a bit, there's still a lot of questions.
Do you think that's kind of like the ritual ceremony that they use to make like the homunculuses? They need a human sacrifice. It would seem, and so they just put that human into a different, like, into like sort of like twisted form. So if that twisted form that we saw was like to mature and grow up, maybe it becomes one of them.
It's an interesting idea.
I don't know. Again, just another crazy theory.
Also, just interesting, like his mom kind of like reaching out for him, sort of in I don't know, the other world.
Yeah.
But do we really think it was the mom? Like that whole spell casting took such a dark turn.
Yeah.
That it makes me question like how much of what we see is what we think it is versus like whatever evil forces kind of came in and corrupted it.
Yep. Darker episode for sure. Last 2 episodes have been really good. Just really moving stuff along and yeah, like answering questions, but then giving us even more questions on top of that and setting some things up. And yeah, so I'm digging it.
Yeah, it feels like for every one question we answer, it's like 2 or 3 more pop up in its place. It's like the Hydra of questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for watching our reaction for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which keep in mind.
And our reaction is definitely not definitive.